Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome to the third season of my Nightmare series. This time we're going to be playing the Crash Landing mod pack by Iskandar, available on the Feed the Beast launcher. So let's get started here. First thing I'd like to note is that when you download this pack and you need to pick one of these maps, one of these pre-generated maps, because if you start a new world you won't get the full game experience. You'll be in a standard generated world. So what we need to do is we need to pick one of these, and since this is a nightmare, we're going to go ahead and do the hard series. So it's going to be a little bit different. I'll kind of explain some of the differences as we get started here. So going into hard mode. So automatically by default you're going to be in hardcore mode. You only have one life. So if you die, if you don't have any kind of a safety net, being in hard mode, you don't start with any kind of safety net. So immediately we're put down on a dusty planet, and you can see this is our spaceship or whatever has crashed on this planet. There's nothing but dust for all the way that you can see. In any direction is dust, all the way down to bedrock's dust. Just trust me on that. So we need to get in here and check out our quest book. So hello, I'm IMPA, or more precisely, your intelligent multi-purpose assistant. Okay. One thing I want to do is I want to get in the shade while I read this book, because you might notice down in the lower left corner of the screen there I have a temperature gauge and a hydration gauge. So let's try to get through this quick so I can go ahead and take care of those issues. The good news is you seem to arrive in the crash landing fine. The bad news is that your shuttle most definitely did not survive the crash. You're stuck here for the foreseeable future. Speaking of which, you might want to get started setting up camp, gather what supplies are left in the wreck, and then see about finding some water. It's a mighty dry out there, so yeah, so immediately you're hinted that you're going to be needing water to survive. So basic survival. Looks like I've already got something completed. Oh, because I walked out there, I got the journal entries here, this was basically just to visit a location out there. There was something in the sand, was my missing journal bits, and then I come back here and I studied them. So yeah, right off bat I got that taken care of. So it looks like I have a little bit of supplies left. My emergency chest here. So what's it say we need to do? We need to back up here. I got one quest that I can do right now. All the rest of these are locked for the time being. So I want to get in there and see what this says. So, well, that's a mess. Grab what you can from the wreck and watch out for the detached engine. The core has been breached and the fuel is leaking. So if we look over here, yeah, look at all this fire. Apparently your ship runs on liquid pyrethium, so yeah, you want to be careful about getting into that, and it'll cause fires all around it until you take care of that mess. So grab what I can, which basically means pick up the fluid transposers, 2 of them. There's 2 fluid transposers right here, so I'm just going to pick those up for temporary just to complete this quest. And we can see that we got the quest completed now. And the rewards are highly vital to your survival. You got the camel pack, some cold water, and some regular water bottles. So I'm going to go ahead and claim that. And then first thing I want to do, since I've run through this a bit before, so first thing you definitely want to do is this camel pack is very, I can't stress how vital this is to your survival on this planet. You need to get this filled with water, so you put it in a crafting grid with not the cold water bottles. Those won't craft with it, but the regular water bottles will craft with it, and then you can combine it. And you see that it says 75 out of 100, and then I'm going to put one more bottle into it, and then it's a fully filled camel pack. And then what I can do is I can put that on. But before I put that on, I'm going to go ahead and drink one of the cold water bottles to restore the little bit of hydration that I've lost and cool my temperature down just a bit. Because one of the things that you can have happen to you on a very hot planet like this is you can get so hot that you'll get heat stroke, and that'll start negatively affecting you. So I'm just going to end up making my base around this here crashed site. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that back there for now. And knowing what I know, I know that when the sun goes down, there's going to be a lot of nasty things coming after me, probably on this planet. So first thing I want to do is create some defenses against that. So I'm going to start picking up some of this dust, because I'm going to need the dust eventually for some stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and make a trench around my ship so that I will be able to basically defend it against the onslaught of anything that might sneak up at nighttime towards me. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up all this dust, make a trench. And you probably will have seen this method, this strategy on other YouTubers if you've watched any other YouTube series about this mod pack. It's a pretty effective method of dealing with stuff. And okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to deal with this, because I don't want this fire all over the place all the time. And I'm going to come back and use this later. But what I'm going to do is just put that right there. Whoa, careful, careful. Don't want to burn to death. Remember, I only got one life. I only have one life. So I don't want to lose it to the fire. But where I put that dust, that will contain the liquid cryethium, so that I will be able to come back and utilize it for something else later. And we'll get back to that probably in a different episode, because it's going to take me a little while to get to that stage, I believe. So yeah, I want to keep working on this trench. I'll come out pretty far. So I want to have room to build, you know, to make a nice courtyard for myself. So I'll be able to have some crops, a place to grow my trees, and I'll be in the safety of a wall. So yeah, I'm out far enough here. Go this way. So I'm going to just keep working this trench around. I'm not sure, there might be another method that you could use to survive through the night, but this right here is going to give me a nice work area that I can call safe. I can work through the night. I won't have to worry about mobs getting to me, because they'll fall in this trench. Now, one deep's not going to do it, so as soon as I get around once, I'm going to go ahead and make it 2 deep. And then I'll worry about some other stuff, but I know for a fact that I'm going to need this to survive the first night, to be able to prosper on this planet, this dry and dusty planet. And then I'm going to have to worry about a water source, and I'll get to that here in a minute, what I'm going to do about a water source. Because it's kind of like a couple different ways to get your water. It's going to be using one of those fluid transposers that you've seen, and working with some trees. A little bit of a hint there. I probably will be getting to that before the end of this first episode. Let's talk about the episodes real quick while I'm digging up these dusts. Well, how I'm going to do these is each episode's going to be 1 game day. So as soon as the sun comes up, I'm going to cut this episode off. And then, well, sun's going to go down. I'm going to play through the night. I'm not going to be sleeping in any beds or anything like that. I'm not even sure that that's a possibility to skip the nighttime. It may be or it may not. I'd have to talk to Iskandar about that. Maybe somebody will post saying whether it's possible to skip the night or not. But I'm not going to be skipping any night times, because nighttime is one of the best times to work. The temperature goes down. You can actually get some work done without using up a ton of water. So I don't really want to skip the night. I want to work through the night, get some things done through the night, and then as the sun comes up, that's where I will cut the episode, and then I'll come back for the next episode after all that. So now I've got my trench. I'm going to be building this wall. I need this wall basically so that skeletons that might be coming towards my area won't be able to fire into my area and hit me. I need that. The only thing I'm not going to be protected from, at least not right off the bat, is spiders. So I'm going to be really careful about spiders. So those are my the most likely thing that's going to kill me here in the early game, if I don't as long as I don't dehydrate. So now that I have the that fluid contained, it should not burn nearly as much. Yeah, so yeah, that should be good. Shouldn't need to go up any higher than that. So now I can get some more of this dust from the inside. I'll clean this up here in a minute, but let's go in here and take a look at our quest log. We should be able to get a piece of dirt now. If we back up here, we see we have a few more quests available. And the very basics, this is what I need. Part of my function is I can replicate needed items if provided with raw materials. My capacity is limited at this point, so I can't provide you with much. Sift some dust to get some bone meal without one dust and a bottle. With that, one dust and a bottle of water, I can provide you the essential survival materials. And yes, that first piece of dirt is very essential to your survival. So it appears that I have some tree sapperlings here. In hard mode, you start with a jungle sapperling. In easy mode, you would actually start with a maple, or I mean an oak sapperling. So you would have an additional potential source of food, and you start with more food in easy mode too. So I'm kind of limited on my amount of food there, and I think I want to go ahead and eat a piece of that just so I don't keep dropping any more hunger right now. Did I eat 2 of it? Okay, well, apparently I ate 2 of it. So I have my dust. I should have some bone meal in my emergency supply pack here. I have just a tiny bit, which is good enough. And some books that I probably don't need to read because I've read those. I've read those many times in other mod packs and stuff. I also have a weapon that's going to be very useful. A needle gun and a couple of ammo cartridges. I'm going to definitely want to utilize that. A crafting station to get started, and an oak sieve also to help me get started on this and for survival. And you can see the sun is starting to go down, so hopefully my wall will be good, and I need to be diligent about watching for spiders. So let's go ahead and look in here, and we can go ahead and submit this. I should have a bottle of water left over from the first quest, some dust, and some bone meal from my emergency supply. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, claim my reward, which is going to give me a couple more bottles of water for essential survival. You can see that my camel pack is now down to 50%. That's because it's every time I drop 1% of fluid down there, it goes ahead and uses one of the durability things. Whoa, there's a bunch of spiders. Are those riders? Why are they? Maybe I need to make my wall a little taller. I'm a little nervous. I think I need to make my wall taller. But I'm going to go ahead and add 2 water bottles to my camel pack to get it more, you know, make sure that I don't run low. So yeah, I can see that on my radar I've got about 3 different spiders in this general area. And before I get engaged in combat, I'm going to make sure that I load my gun. So there we go, it's loaded. Yeah, I think I was supposed to put my wall a little bit higher, so be careful about coming out here right now. It's probably not the best idea. I probably should cower in my crashed spaceship, but I need to get work done. I need to get some trees growing. So I really can't not risk it. Okay, whoa, I don't like them looking at my direction. Nasty. You can hear all the mobs out there. Very nasty. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where I'm going to put my piece of dirt. And put it right there. I'll clear out a little bit of dust around it, just to make sure that the trees are more than happy to grow. Go ahead. Oh! Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You gotta be careful about. So yeah, first thing I'm gonna want to do as soon as I can is get this wall taller. I don't want to stick my head up over there, that wall right now, because it would get shot off by skeletons. It sounds like maybe they're shooting each other now, so that's good. That's a good thing. I don't mind that at all. We'll go ahead and keep breaking some more of these. Breaking some more of this. Get some more of this dust, because I'm gonna definitely need it in the long run. So yeah, they've started fighting amongst themselves out there. That's fine. I don't mind at all. So, but I need some wood. I need to get some wood. Hopefully this... There it goes. There it goes. So yeah, this... First thing I'm going to do... Punch some wood. Get a bit of wood. There we go. Now I can go someplace and set up my... crafting grid. think I'm going to do this a little bit different than last time. Well, my water bit is right there, so maybe I'm going to do my crafting on this side. Yeah, do that. And my sieving. So, if I just clear out some dust here that I will eventually need. All those. I want to be careful not to break that block, or the block right beside it, that one right there, because that would release the fluid that's in there again. I've got it contained, so I don't want to let it get out again. Okay, let me get the crafting grid set. Probably put let's put it right there. Then I'll put a chest here, the sieve there. Sieve? Yeah, it can go right there. I'm just going to kind of hide in this corner for a minute while I do this. So what I need is I need some... Oh, nope. That's not the recipe. I got to get some sticks so that I can make crooks. And I don't know how many crooks I'm going to actually need, so I know I'll probably go through 2. I'll save the rest of these sticks for now. Let me go ahead and take a look at my quest book real quick, see if there's something else that I can complete. So this actually wants me to make a bone crook. I won't be able to do that today on this episode, maybe next episode. But right here, I found a way to get water. If you drop saplings into the liquid transposer, you will get a little bit of water out of them, 1/10 of a bucket. Remember, you can power the transposer with flux capacitors in your emergency supply chest. Make sure you don't use up all your saplings. So yeah, you want to make sure that you don't use all your saplings. You always want to save 1 or 2, so you'll be able to replant your tree. But we do need to get some water going. We need to get it real quick, or we're going to dehydrate in the long run. So we need to make sure we get a reliable water supply. So we got to get some saplings off this tree. And that's why we are using the crook, because it increases your percentage chance of getting a sapling when you break these leaves by quite a bit. Don't know how... Okay, see, I got 4. That's not terrible. I'm going to get my wood. Go ahead and replant my sapling before I forget. That way I can make sure that I do have another tree available. Get that. There we go. And I need to get more saplings, because 3 is definitely not going to be enough. So let's go ahead and keep doing this. I'm going to probably do this the rest of the night, which is basically just grow these trees, well, or until I run out of bone meal, which might happen first. So I want to get these. Looks like I got a worm there, so that might be useful because I can use those worms for food. But I got to be able to cook them first, so that's something I'll have to figure out. Okay, so a couple more saplings, more wood. Very good stuff. And the trench is working pretty good. Pretty much I think the maximum number of mobs have been spawned in the area. They're all hanging out in the trench. What's going to happen is when the sun comes up, they're all going to start dying, because they're mostly undead. There might be a few left over if they have helmets. And I don't even see what happened to the spiders, so it doesn't look like I had any come at me tonight, so that's good. Always a good thing to avoid the spiders. Especially until I get some defense against those. And I gotta be extra careful playing in hard mode here, because again, I only got the 1 life for now. I'll be able to augment that later on with a clone, and we'll get into that once I'm further along in the tech progression. But for now, my most vital thing for survival is saplings. I gotta get a bunch of them. I need at least 10 of them in order to make a... It looks like the sun's coming up, so this episode's gonna be over here pretty soon. basically, as soon as the mobs start burning, that's where I'm going to cut the episode off. And then I'll come back with the next episode, episode 2, on day 2. Okay, I gotta plant one more of these down. Oh good, it grew. Nice. Okay folks, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I will catch you later.